Hi, I'm Tiffany with New Perspective Fitness. In this video, part of our Active Aging series, I'll guide you through seated and standing full body stretches designed to improve posture, enhance joint mobility, and reduce stiffness. These movements can help you feel more energized, ease daily aches, and support better balance over time. Whether you're unwinding from a busy day, wrapping up a workout, or just starting out your morning, this routine is a great way to care for your body. We're going to begin with a chair, so grab yours and let's get moving. Begin forward in your chair, and we're starting with neck semicircles. Take your right ear to the shoulder and then slowly perform that semicircle as you drop your head and you're looking down at your lap and chest, over to the left, and continue to alternate from side to side. We're choosing to do semicircles rather than full circles because it reduces strain on the cervical vertebrae and it is less compressive to the neck joints. Continue to breathe deeply throughout this move. And you're just moving at your own slow, controlled pace. This move is great for releasing tension in the neck and the upper shoulders. And return to neutral. So we're very forward in our chair and we're now moving into shoulder rolls. And we're just going to take the shoulders back. And you can really exaggerate this move here. So as we're performing these shoulder rolls, we're just lubricating through the shoulder joint. And this gentle motion encourages blood flow to the shoulders and the upper back, promoting better circulation and reducing stiffness in the joints and the muscles. And regular practice of this exercise can really help counteract the effects of slouching, and it helps to realign the shoulders and improve our posture over time. Let's do 2 more. For our next exercise, we're moving on to the side and back of the neck, the levator scapulae. So we're going to bring our right hand behind our back. So this is internal rotation of our shoulder. Then we're going to gently drop our left ear to the shoulder. This is an upper trap stretch, but that's not where we're going to stop. Apply gentle overhead pressure to the side of your head. And then finally, please look down at your left thigh. So this is the stretch. Breathe deeply. We're feeling it on the back of the neck on the right side. And this is a very gentle stretch. We're just applying a little bit of overpressure on the side of our head. Now let's release our left hand from our head and return to neutral, and we'll move over to the other side. So we've internally rotated our left shoulder. This is to help keep our shoulder down. Then we're going to tilt to the right and apply pressure, and then take this one step further by looking down at your right thigh to really stretch the side and back of the neck on the left side. Release your right hand and return your head and neck to neutral. We're now going to move into standing airplane pose, and we're going to add some lateral stretching. So I'm just going to move my chair to the side here. For this exercise, we're going to need lateral side-to-side movement. So we're going to stand just with our feet together. Now, if that feels unsafe for your balance, you could be a little bit wider, but we're going to start with a step, okay? So we're stepping to the left with our left foot, and I would like you to reach your arms overhead with me. Now, if this is new for you, watch me first. We're gonna hinge at our waist and we're diving forward into what's called airplane pose. My legs are fairly straight, but I have a soft bend in my knees. So I'm just hinging forward at my waist and my palms are down to the ground and my fingertips are reaching to the wall behind me. I'm long through my spine and flat through my back. We're breathing deeply here in airplane pose. Feel the stretch in your back, your neck, and even the hamstrings, the back of the thighs. Now step your left foot in to meet your right and bring your arms overhead. And then slowly bring your arms to heart center. Now take your right arm up and left arm down, and I want you to glide your left hand alongside your thigh, and we're moving into lateral side bend. And this is to stretch the muscles just along the side of your torso and spine, and it enhances flexibility and range of motion in our side bodies. Now slowly go ahead and return your arm down to the side. I'm gonna scooch a little bit over so I can step to my right. Now we're moving into right foot step to the side, arms overhead. And then you remember this one, airplane pose. So flat back, hinge at your waist. Feel the stretch through the back and the back side of the thighs. Step your right foot in and bring your arms overhead. And gently bring your arms down to heart center. And then we're reaching our left arm up, right arm down, and we're going to glide our right hand down the side of our thigh, on the outside of the thigh, and feel that stretch in the left side body. And notice there's space between my arm and ear as I'm in lateral side. Breathe deep. And then slowly bring that left arm down. We're now moving into modified downward facing dog. So if you are prone to dizziness, things like vertigo, it's best for you to use the back side of your chair. So when you move into modified downward facing dog, I would like you on the high end of the chair. Otherwise, if you're looking for a deeper stretch and more of an inversion, you can follow me, and we're going to use the seat of the chair. For this move, we're going to place our hands either on the high back of the chair or the seat of the chair and slowly walk your body back. Now, with my hands on the seat of the chair, you can see that my body is more of an inverted pose. I'm feeling a deep stretch through my back and the back side of the thighs and even into my calf muscles, my lower legs. This is an excellent stretch for your shoulders. We're working shoulder flexion, and this can really help align the spine. Breathe deeply as you hold this pose. If you're tight through the back of the thighs, you're going to have a pretty big bend in your knees, and that is a-okay. To exit this pose, slowly walk in 1 foot at a time. And our head will be the last part of our body to return to neutral, just so that we don't get lightheadedness or dizziness. We're now moving on to standing figure 4 stretch. So for this, we're going to want balance assistance. I'm going to turn my chair so that I can have the back side of the chair, just so that I feel a little bit more stable. To execute standing figure 4 stretch, I would like you to take your right leg up, and then to really deepen hip external rotation and get through this piriformis. We're trying to stretch that muscle in your butt. We're gonna sit back. And we're just using this chair just for light balance assistance here. And we're breathing deep. This is a wonderful stretch for our hip muscles. It can reduce strain in the lower back and also help alleviate issues from sciatica if that is stemming from a tight piriformis pressing on that nerve. Now slowly come up and let's switch sides. So we're bringing our left leg up and then go ahead and sink back into this nice stretch and just really try to open up through your knee and hip here. We also need to keep our abdominals engaged here so that we're supporting our low back in this stretch. Slowly go ahead and come on up, and we're now moving on to standing quadricep stretch. I would like you to gently lift your left leg up, and we're going to hold our left leg in our hand. Now, if this is too intense, let me show you other variations. Some people like to hold on to their pant leg, just like so, if they don't have good mobility through the knee. Or we could also use a towel or a stretching strap. And we're just holding. Now, for the health of our knee, it's really important that we try to keep our hip and knee in alignment. So you could see that I have this straight line down. I ideally don't want to see that knee out to the side or too far forward or too far back. And we're just stretching the quadriceps, which is the front of the thigh right here, and even a little bit into the hip flexors. And this can become so tight from prolonged sitting or activities like jogging or cycling. Now we do need balance assistance on the other side, so I'm just going to gently move my chair. And now we're going to take our right leg up. Again, maybe you're holding on to your pant leg here, maybe you're using a stretching strap, or I would like you just to grab onto that foot. And having flexible quads really helps reduce strain on the knees by ensuring balanced tension between the muscles that control knee movement. Try to have your chest nice and proud and breathe deeply. All right, release your foot down. So at this time, we're gonna take a quick water break, and when you join me back after the water break, we're gonna finish with our final stretch series. Stand with me, and we're going to move into a single leg hamstring stretch. We need our chair, and we're going to take our right leg up onto the chair. For the health of our back and to be extra safe today, I want you to keep a flat back, and we're going to hinge at our waist through this stretch. You're feeling this stretch in the back of your thigh. This is the hamstring muscle. And today we're avoiding rounding through the back just to be extra cautious. So for instance, if I had a client that had a herniated or a bulging disc, or if they were prone to sciatica, if you were to round forward, that could be very irritating to those conditions. I have my toes pulled to my nose. That's gonna help stretch out my calf muscle a little bit more, and it demands more out of the back of the thigh. Now slowly bring your torso up, and we'll bring the right leg down and switching sides. So my toes are pulled towards my nose. I'm flexed through my foot. I'm keeping my back flat, and I'm just hinging at my waist. And I can really feel this stretch deepen when I hinge forward. So this stretch can really help alleviate lower back pain and tension by lengthening the back of the legs, and it also gently helps to engage the spine. We're also working our abdominal muscles here. Bring your torso up, and then our left leg can come down. For this next exercise, I encourage you to stand directly behind your chair or even on a wall. We're going to have a very wide stance here. So hip distance apart, we're going to step out wider than that, and we're moving on to a lateral lunge. So holding on to a chair or a wall in front of you, I would like you to bend your right knee, and we're going to lunge to the right. Now you're feeling the stretch on the adductor, the inner thigh on the left side. And today I have my toes down, and you're holding on for balance assistance. So this leg right here is getting a very deep stretch in the adductors, and we're improving flexibility and mobility here. But this right quad is getting a strength workout right now. And now slowly bring your body up, holding on, and then we're going to lunge to the left side. And now feel this on the adductor. This is a really great stretch for people that do a lot of athletic recreational sports such as pickleball or tennis, where there's a lot of side-to-side movement. So think that you're running in front of that ball to get it, and we want to make sure that our inner thighs are nice and stretched out so that they're ready for those fast directional changes. And now slowly come up. Good. We're now going to use our chair for calf stretch. So from here, you can use the higher, like the back side of the chair. That's going to feel more comfortable, because what we're truly going for here is just a little bit of resistance. I'm going to take my right leg back, and we're in a gastrocnemius stretch. It's very important that your toe is neutral, your foot is neutral. We don't want our toes externally rotated. That's the way that our body tries to cheat. You're pressing into your back heel, and you're feeling the stretch deep on that lower leg. Now gently bend your back knee, and you see that I'm shifting my hips back, and this is getting deeper into that foot and ankle complex, and it's stretching a muscle called the soleus. And regularly stretching your calf muscles can enhance circulation in the lower leg, and this is especially important for our health and blood flow. Slowly step your foot in, and then take your left leg back. This is our gastrocnemius stretch. Maintaining flexibility in the calves helps you stay active and mobile, and it allows you to enjoy daily activities with more comfort and stability. Now bend your back knee. We're shifting our hips back, and it's very important that we continue to keep that left heel down. And slowly exit from that stretch. At this point, we now need the seat of our chair again. So we're getting a bit of a workout moving our chair for these different stretches. Okay, so this is called the world's greatest stretch. It's really a combination of stretches for our legs, and then we're opening up that thoracic spine. So how we're going to begin is we're actually going to be in a high plank position, and we're going to step our right foot in. So that helps us feel nice and grounded. With our right foot in, you're going to reach your left arm up, and you either look at the wall in front of you, or you can look up at your left hand if that's okay for your balance. Now slowly bring your left hand back down to the seat of the chair, and we're going to take our right leg back, step your left foot in, and then open up the right arm. And you can look at the wall that's to the side of the room, or you could look up at your right hand. Breathe deeply. Slowly bring that right arm down. Let's do one more each side. So step your left foot back, bring your right foot forward into that lunge position. Open up your left arm, and again, you can look to the side wall, or up at your left hand. We're stretching through the thoracic spine. This really helps my golfers because we need good rotation through the back. Slowly bring your left arm down. Bring your right leg back. Step your left foot forward and then open up. And you can look up to your hand or simply keep your gaze at the side of the room. And then slowly bring your right arm down. Excellent. Now we can take a seat together in our chair. And we're moving on to a rear deltoid stretch. So that's the back side of the shoulder. We're sitting forward in our chairs so that our feet are flat on the floor and we feel nice and stable through our body. Bring your right arm across and you can grab below or above the elbow joint. We're avoiding direct pressure on that elbow. Breathe deep in. Your shoulder is down away from your head. So just relax. And now go ahead and release that right arm. Bring your left arm across. Again, avoiding direct pressure on the elbow. You're either above or below, and draw that arm in closer to deepen the stretch on the back side of the shoulder. Making sure that we have nice and flexible rear delts help contribute to the stability of our shoulders. And now release. For our final stretch, we're going to use either a towel or a stretching strap. So I have my long stretching strap here, but I am going to put it in half and then in half again. Now, for this exercise, we're going to be enhancing the mobility of our shoulders. So I'm going to show you from behind and I want you to follow along. We're holding either a towel or a stretching strap in our right hand. Now our right arm, when we have our arm out like this, we're in external rotation and flexion when we go behind our head. So that's what I'm gonna have you do. Now your left hand is gonna come up from behind your back. This is an internal rotation and flexion. Now, if this is a good enough stretch for you, you stop here. Otherwise, we're gonna deepen this stretch by gently just walking our hands closer to one another. Now, if we're limited in this stretch, for most people, it's going to be with your bottom arm, our arm that's in internal rotation and that's coming up our back. As we do this stretch, be sure that you're looking straight forward. So sometimes when we have our right arm behind our head, the tendency is to look down, and I want you to fight that tendency. Try to push the back of your head into your right arm. And we're just holding this static stretch. Breathe deeply. I want you to take a mental note of where your hands are right now, because it's very common that we have big discrepancies from one side to the next. But this can certainly improve over time and with consistency and practice. Now let's slowly release our left arm down, and then we can bring the stretching strap to our left arm. Take your left arm behind your head, right? So we're in external rotation and flexion, and then our right hand is gonna go up or back, okay? Now grab onto your towel or your stretching strap, and we're gonna walk our hands closer to one another, just as close as we can. Remember, your gaze should be straight forward. Try to press the back of your head into your left arm that's behind you. and then slowly release your right arm and exit this stretch. Great job. So that is a very hard stretch, just so you know. Most people, their hands are not close to one another at all, but that's a great way to open up the chest and open up our shoulders and our thoracic spine. Thank you so much for joining me today for this full body stretch. I'm Tiffany with New Perspective Fitness, and I'll catch you next time.